So the big question is how do health experts like you and I generate more income, impact more people, and create businesses that work around their lifestyle and serve their family at the highest possible level? If you want the answer to that question, then you're in the right place at the right time. Whether you're a dietitian, a nutritionist, or a nutrition coach, this is for you. My name is Dr. Javier Carlin, and I want to welcome you to the Practice Revolution. We are a movement that is revolutionizing the way private practices are built so you can practice on your terms. So go ahead and join us and follow along as we learn, apply, and share the top business growth strategies that we're using to grow our own business and to help you grow yours, using only the best insights and advice from top industry leaders. So thank you so much for listening. Enjoy the show.
What's going on, everyone? Today we have a very important topic. Before we dive into and talk about what are the things that you should be focusing on, what are the things that you should be doing to actually, and there goes my phone, maybe for this new year, I'll need a new phone. And so today we're going to be talking about what are those things that you should be focusing on, what are those things that you should be doing before the year ends in order to hit your goals if you are or aren't on track, okay? And so for those of you that are jumping on right now, I would love to know, what are some of the goals that you set for this year? What are some of the things that you wanted to accomplish in the year 2022? And this could be anything. This could be your personal life. This could be your professional life. This could be your business, okay? And so really what I want to share with you today is a framework for basically being able to get back on track with your goals if you've kind of fallen by the wayside, or if you are on track, right, making sure that you continue to stay on track, okay? And so here we go, okay? We're gonna go ahead and dive in, okay? So first and foremost, when we're planning ahead, okay, there are three core things. And you know what, I'm gonna add a fourth thing. There are four core things that we have to do to get back on track and to ensure we hit our goals, okay? And so for example, today, we actually had a quarterly meeting with our team, okay? We met for a couple hours, we reviewed the quarter that passed, and for those of you, I think all of us know what the quarter and the year is, but just in case, quarter one is January, February, March. Here's my calendar test how well I know my months, okay? So January, February, March. Quarter two is April, May, and June, okay? Quarter three is, oh my goodness, July, August, and September. And quarter four is obviously October, November, and December. And so we were reflecting back on the previous quarters, like talking about all the great things that happened and what, we had to improve. And then we also started to talk about the things that we wanted to accomplish in the next 3 months, okay? And so if you're in business right now, or if you're not in business, this is something that you can do for your life in general. I'm curious for you, is this something that you've done before? Have you had a quarterly planning session where you looked at the next 3 months or the past 3 months, reviewed it and came up with an action plan to really improve your business and improve your life? Is that something that you've done before? Yes or no? If you haven't, that's okay. That's what this live training today is going to be about. So let me know in the chat. Have you done it? Have you not? And if you've done it, how do you like it? Has it been beneficial? I know it has been massively beneficial for us in getting our team members' feedback. And so I'm curious, what that experience was like for you. Awesome. So when we're talking about, okay, goals, all right, it's very, very important because, for some of you, you probably looking back at the 1st of January, right? You might have been one of those people, there's a few different types of people you might have been, okay? You might have been someone who said, this is going to be my year. That's it. Game over. I'm taking over, okay? This is the year I get my business off the ground. Okay, this is the year I get my business to run smoothly, so I never have to work a 9 to 5 ever again. Okay, or maybe you started off this year pretty content, at your job, in your current role, where you were at in your business, but then something happened. Okay, and this might have pushed you to go in the direction of a private practice or to do something different, okay, with your career, and that's totally fine. Okay, and so for you, like I just asked you, what is it that you wanted to accomplish this year? What was like your main goal at the start of 2022? Go ahead, take a couple seconds, write it down in the chat. Okay. Because like I've mentioned, we're so close to this year being over. We're less than 90 days away. Okay. So I have to ask you, right? The goal that you set at the start of this year, how close or far are you from the goal? How close or far are you from the goal that you set at the beginning of the year? Okay. And so what I'm going to show you right now is a system, okay, to be able to set goals and crush them. I'm going to show you a system that's going to allow you to take whatever goal you had at the start of the year, okay, and if you're executing on this properly, you might still have hope in being able to hit your goal before the year ends. So here we go. One of the first things, okay, you have to do, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my whiteboard here, and hopefully you can see it, okay? Okay, beautiful. So one of the first things, all right, that you have to do is this, okay? So we're going to go ahead and look at what is happening over the next 90 days, okay? So 90 days from now, okay? So it's October, November, and December, okay? We're very, very close. Can you guys see that okay? So basically 90 days, all right? Now, when we are planning our 90-day sprint, okay, here's the first thing that we have to do. The very first thing we have to do, okay, when goal setting is we have to determine, okay, our starting point, okay? Meaning, where are you now, okay? Think about this. When you open up, okay, when you open up your phone and you pull up your Uber app, your GPS, what is the first thing that it asks you? Okay, it asks you, where are you? Where are you starting from? Why does it ask you that? Well, think about it, right? Let's say your destination is Florida, okay? You want to come to Florida. And let's say, where are some of you from right now? Where are you located, right? Let's say one of you is in New York and the other one is in Seattle, okay? Now, if we did not know where you were starting from, New York or Seattle, would the path be a little bit different if you were driving from New York to Florida versus Seattle to Florida, right? Pretty different, okay? And so what happens is if we don't have a starting point, we can get very, very, very lost, okay? And it would take us decades, right, to get to where we want to go. And so that's the first thing we have to do, okay, is determine your starting point. So where are you now? Talking about financial, okay, if you're open to sharing it with, open to sharing with us in the chat, what and how much money in your business have you made this year so far? Okay, for this example, all right, I'm going to go ahead and say that in your business, you've made $40,000. Okay, let's just say you're at 40K. Cool. For some of you, you might be like, I wish I was there. Okay, and it's okay. You'll get there with the right guidance. And so we have to determine your starting point. So go ahead and for yourself, okay, or you can put it in the chat, where are you at currently? Maybe you're at 0. Maybe you're still working 9 to 5 and you're, considering breaking free or you're considering starting your business. That's okay. That's your starting point. Okay, go ahead and put down where you're starting. Do you have a website? Do you have, your program packaging offers in place, your pricing? Okay, do you know who you want to serve? Do you have your social media channels ready to rock and roll? Okay, have you been practicing your ability to get people to invest in your services? Where are you now? That's the very first thing we have to know, okay? And so the second piece here that we have to know, okay, is we have to decide our destination, okay? Because if we don't, right, because what is the second thing? What is the second thing that your Uber app, Lyft app, GPS is going to ask you for? So the first thing it asks you is, where are you, right? Where are you starting? The second thing it's going to ask you is, where do you want to go? Okay, so we are starting here at point A, okay, and we want to go to point B over here, okay, we have to know that. Otherwise, we'll never get there. So what is your destination? Where do you want to go? Okay, what is your goal? What is the target that you want to hit? Okay, go ahead and put that in the chat. Is it that you want to make $40,000 this year? Is it that you might want to make $70,000 this year? Is it that you want to make $100,000 this year? Okay, and I'm using numbers because it's easier to see those financial figures. Okay, but maybe it's like, hey, by the end of the year, I want to break free from my job. I want to go 100% full time in my business. Okay, what is your destination? What is the goal that you would love to hit by the end of December 31st? Okay, so let's go ahead and put a financial figure here. So let's say your goal was 100K. All right, so here's a part that many people miss. Okay, that is very, very important. The third thing that you want to make sure that you do is that you declare it. Okay, and this is probably one of the scariest parts for most people, because sometimes we don't have people in our lives that understand why we're going for the goals that we set. Okay, and one of the best ways to get people to understand is to let them know why. And whether they are supportive or not, we let them know that, hey, I appreciate your concern, I appreciate your feedback, I'm going to go after it anyway. Because whose life are you looking to change? Yes, yours, of course, right? But also the lives of the people you care about the most. And they don't know what you know, they don't see what you see. And so you have to believe in yourself before anyone else can believe in you. And so you have to declare, you have to say it out loud, okay? I will be a business owner. I will make $100,000 per year in my business, okay? You have to declare it. You have to say it out loud. You have to tell the world without shame, okay? Because if you don't tell people that you're starting your business, if you don't tell people that you have a business, okay, guess what? No one's going to know you exist. You're not going to be able to help anybody, okay? And so the third thing you have to do is you have to declare it to the world. All right, so I want you to put it in the chat right now, okay? What are you declaring to the world? I'm going to be a business owner. Put it in the chat. I'm going to hit 6 figures, $100,000 in my business this year, okay? Go ahead. What is it for you? Put it in the chat. You have to declare it. You have to put it out there. You can't stay in your head. You stay in your head, you're dead, okay? Number 4 is, okay, you have to design. You have to design, okay? And so what I mean by design is this. You have to design a plan on how to get there, okay? And so in this case, what you want to do, all right, is this is where the GPS comes into play, okay? So think about this, right? All of us, like if you were going from, let's say, New York, right, to Florida, if you did not have a map, if you did not have a guide, right, your GPS, will you get to your destination? The answer may be, right? But how long will it take you? I know I wouldn't. I'd get lost and I would just, curl up in a corner. No one would find me because I'd be so lost that I had no idea where I was. Okay. So I would definitely not get there personally without a GPS, without a map. Okay. So I'm curious for you, like, would you get there if you did not have a map? Right. So one of the first things that you do, right, that you need is you need a map. Okay. Because that map is going to give you the directions, the path to get to your destination. Now, here's the interesting thing, okay, about a GPS, about a map, all right, to be able to get you to where you want to go, okay? Here's the interesting thing about that, is that a lot of people, they think that they only need their map for a certain period of time. And so I don't know about you, but for me personally, like if I am going somewhere, right, if I'm driving from New York to Florida, I'm going to be using my map all the way till I get the result I'm looking for, till I get to my destination. I'm not going to turn off the GPS halfway. it doesn't make sense. Okay. And so you need the map, and you need the map all the way through till you get to your destination. And what ends up happening sometimes if you actually say, hey, you know what, map, you know what, GPS, I'm going to go a different way. I'm not going to listen to you. What ends up happening? Well, most of the time, bad things end up happening. You end up getting lost, you hit a dead end, you made a turn, it was the wrong turn, now you have to go back, right? And so you want to make sure that you have a map and that you're following it every step of the way. Okay, makes sense, right? And so here is the next thing, okay? So what does that map actually look like? How do we design this ability to actually hit our goals? Well, at this point here, right, we have our point A and we have our point B. So we get point B, right, which is 100K. This is where we want to go. And then we have 40K here, okay? And so we have 60,000 here, okay, that we have unaccounted for. Now, what we want to do here is we want to divide this, okay, by the 3 months, which comes out to 20K per month, okay? So you have 3 months to make $60,000, and you have to, essentially to hit that, you need to make 20K per month. Now, that sounds and looks a little bit daunting, right? Now, here's what a lot of people don't do. They don't even go a step further. And so what is a step further? Well, we have to know two things, okay? We have to know, first and foremost, what is your price point? Okay, what is your price point? So your price point, let's say your program, okay, was $2,000. All right, so this is your program price. Okay, now if your program's $2,000, okay, and you need to make $20,000, all right, how many clients will you need that month to hit your goal? How many clients? 10 clients, right? Just go ahead and put a big old 10 in the chat. So you need 10 clients to hit that goal, okay? And so now what most people do is like, okay, now I need 10 clients who buy my program per month to hit my goal. And now it's like, ooh, that still seems like a lot, right? Now, how many weeks are in a month? Sometimes 4, sometimes 5, but for the most part, it's about 4 weeks, right? So now we can take 10 and divide it by 4, okay? That gives me from 2 to 3 clients per week. So every 2 to 3 days, you need a new client, okay? So can you see how this is a lot more feasible now, right? Oh, I just need 2 to 3 new clients per month. Sorry, per week, right? And I hit my goal. Now, every single day, okay, this is you designing your plan. Every single day, what you need to do in order to hit your goal is focus on getting those 2 to 3 new clients. That's it. The only activities you should be doing are activities that are going to directly get you those 2 to 3 clients. So what activities are those specifically? You might be asking. Okay, how do we get those new clients? Now, this is where the map comes into play. Okay, this is where the map comes into play, because the answer is, just like in most cases, is it depends. And what does it depend on? It depends on what you currently have in place. For example, okay, we have clients that currently have some connections with local providers, local businesses, okay? And so for them, it makes more sense to optimize the relationships that they already have. We have some people who built audience online, and then they're distracted and focusing on building a website or doing local networking or doing something else when they already have an audience online. And so it depends on the components of the business that you already have in place. We also have some people that are starting from scratch, like ground zero. And so we have to look at, what do you have in place currently? Okay, what are the opportunities that you might not be seeing? And by having a different perspective and seeing and having someone look at your opportunities, right, the things that you might not see, okay, from your viewpoint, you're able to come up with a plan individualized to you, okay? And so this is the importance, right, of knowing where you're starting, where you're going, okay, declaring it out to the world so that the people that could possibly help you hit your goals know about what your goals are, okay? And then you need to design a plan to get there. And sometimes the design of this plan, right, just like when you depend on a GPS or you have a GPS to help you map out, okay, how you're going to get there, sometimes you also need your GPS for your business. Your GPS could look like, okay, if one of your friends is a business owner and they can help you, great. If it's a family member that has a successful business, great. Okay, maybe it's a mentor, maybe it's a coach, maybe it's someone that knows the road ahead, okay, that can give you their roadmap, okay? And so without this roadmap, you're going to be lost. You might get there, but instead of it taking you 3 months, 6 months, a year, okay, it could take you 10 instead. And so the question then becomes like, how much do you value your time? Do you want to make sure you get the results you're looking for in less time? If that's the case, you might consider, okay, getting someone to help you design your plan. Is this making sense so far? Okay, because what are some things that you could do to get those 2 to 3 clients? Here's what you could do, okay? You could post on social media. Okay, you can outreach to people, meaning you can reach out to people on social media. You can do local networking. Okay, you could do affiliates. You could do paid advertising. Okay, Google ads, Facebook ads, TikTok ads. Okay, you could do all these things and more. All right, but not all of these things are going to work for you specifically. Okay, and there are many reasons for why that is, because we're all starting at a different point and all of your goals are completely different. And so me blindly telling you, hey, you should go do this specifically, okay, is just not going to be helpful. And so sometimes, right, the design of your plan requires an outside look at what you are, where you are starting and where you are going. Okay, this is making sense so far. So basically from here on out, okay, going back to this example, I need 2 to 3 clients per week at that price point to hit my goal. Okay, if you do the math and it does not equate, you are not going to hit your goal no matter how hard you try. Okay, and if you're charging too little and you need like 30 or 40 clients per month to hit your goal, okay, but you know without a doubt that you're not going to be able to get there because you don't know how to get, 2 clients per week or 2 clients per month, well, you're definitely not going to hit 30 and therefore you're not going to hit your goal. And so something has to give, okay? And that could either be you have to increase your prices and or, right, you need a better marketing strategy. You need a better marketing roadmap. You need a better design, okay? And so once you acquire that plan, right, your design, at this point, the last and final step is going to deploy your plan. Okay, it's going to be to do the things that you know you need to do to hit that target. Okay, and how long do you deploy your plan for? Until you hit it, until you hit your goal. Okay, and so that is the key. Okay, this is the key to reverse engineering. Okay, reverse engineering, taking a step back, looking at the big picture, deciding where you're at, where you want to go, declare it to the world, let people know about it so they could possibly help you get there. Okay, and how do you do that? You do that by posting about it, emailing about it, finding someone to help you, okay, to execute, to design and deploy and execute your plan. Okay, maybe that person is me, maybe it's someone else, right? Whoever it is, it does not matter. Well, kind of matters a little bit, but for the most part, it's better to have someone in your corner than not. Okay, and so what you want to do is you want to make sure that you start to figure out, these 4 steps today. Okay, if you really want to hit your goals, this is definitely something that you should figure out. Okay. And it seems so simple, and it is. All right. But so many people just really just miss the boat on this. Okay. And so for those of you that are missing that middle piece, for those of you that are missing that GPS, that link, that bridge, that connection, okay, and that roadmap, that specific roadmap for you, and you want to get some clarity on what that path looks like for you, okay, so that you can give yourself a chance at hitting your goals by the end of this year, whether that is, again, leaving your job so you can have more time freedom, more flexibility, spend more time with your kids, being able to travel more, being able to make more money, and finally feel valued by the people that you serve, okay? If you want those things, go ahead and comment the word 90 days, okay? Comment the word 90 days right now, and what we'll do is we'll reach out to you. We'll have a conversation through Messenger chat for a little bit, okay? And if it's something that we think we might be able to help you with, we'll go ahead and schedule a quick 15-minute conversation, okay? There's nothing to buy, on that call. It's literally for us to help you to start to construct a roadmap, a specific individualized roadmap for you, okay? And so comment the word 90 days. We'll personally reach out to you, okay? We'll get on a call with you, 15-minute call, and start to give you more clarity on what this path ahead looks like for you, okay? And at the end of that call, if you want to hear more about what a more personalized solution would look like, right, we could always schedule a second call. But otherwise, we'll point you to resources, to trainings, or to someone that might be able to help you if it's not us, okay? And so you have nothing to lose, okay, but everything to gain. Just go ahead and comment the word 90 days, okay? And so just to recap, what are those 5 steps? Step number 1, determine your starting point. Step number 2, decide your destination. Step number 3, declare it to the world, okay? Step number 4 is you want to design your plan. And step number 5 is you want to deploy it, okay? Actually do the thing, and do not wait till the plan is perfect, okay? But just go. In the chat right now, go ahead and put just go, just go, just go. Do it now, okay? Put 90 days in the chat. We'll talk soon. Take care. Bye.
Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for watching the show. I know your time is super valuable, and I know that you're here to learn how to grow a successful practice. So I have something special just for you. If you are a health expert who is in business or aspiring to be, and you're curious about how to grow a profitable, impactful practice, you're going to want to pay attention. Because as a person who is watching the show, I want you to win. So I've created a bundle of resources exclusively for those who are watching the Practice Revolution. So if you are tired of trying to figure out this game of business, marketing, and sales all on your own, and you're ready to implement what's already proven to work rather than reinventing the wheel, you're going to want to send us a private message on Instagram at The Practice Revolution. And simply just let us know that you watched this show, and we'll personally hand over $7,000 worth of trainings, resources, and coaching that is available only for those who are watching this show on YouTube. So if you want to know how to increase your income, impact, and build a practice that works for the lifestyle that you want and that serves your family at the highest level, send us a private message on Instagram at The Practice Revolution. Do it now so you can win big in your practice and in your life. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next show.